No. All right. We're live on Instagram, and so we're gonna have to get a little wired today. Very special edition of Grillo's Aftershock XL. I'm gonna have a guest on today. I was just on Karmic X's show. If anybody doesn't know who Karmic X is, he's a dabbler. I need help with the super tips. It's very difficult. I'm trying to get a good angle here on Instagram. So it's Instagram. What's up, Roy McDonald? I'm gonna go live here. I'm going live here. I just want to get a good angle. Up is down, down is up, and that's it. Oh, that's why. All right, it won't go more. All right, I can't charge it. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, we're gonna be going live here on Instagram and YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on both. Today, very special guest. We got a good tone. This is a hot mic. Got to keep it a little away from me. We got Richard Prinzi. This man right here is coming on to answer financial questions, tax questions, anything that you might have to question about what's going on. It is tax season. Richard's been a guest on my show a long, long time ago when I had a studio. He's been one of my sponsors since the beginning, and it's because of this man that I'm here today. So I want everybody to be nice, but take this seriously, everybody, because if you have any questions about your taxes or financial advice, Richard's coming on here. Luckily you guys don't have the super tips because I could probably make a lot of money off it today. But Richard's going to come on here, and he's going to take your questions. We're going to talk a little bit. And then what he's going to be asking questions, you could ask him a question that could possibly cost you money. And today I'm giving you guys some free financial advice, free tax advice. If you have a question, what could be written off, should be done, can't be done, what am I doing wrong? Richard's going to be here to ask your questions. What up, Hansi? He's going to be here any minute. He's running a little late, but I figured I was just on Karmic X's show. If anybody from the Dabble show knows the best, and I want to say thank you to Greg, buddy, for telling me I'm the best. And Richard's coming on. Be nice, you fucking people. I know how you are. And I mean that in the best way. Richard's going to come on and he's going to answer your tax questions. He's going to give some financial advice, and he's doing it for free. So everybody out there, you better show respect. If it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. So maybe you do have some anger towards him because, so I'm gonna just let you know. I said on Karmic X that we weren't going to do it. Now we are going to do it, and Richard's going to be on in a couple of minutes. So if you have any questions, get ready because we're going to talk for a bit, getting some people on. I know it's a little late on the East Coast. It's only 4:00 here. But we're going to get some people brewing in here. And I just wanted to say, I brought this up the other day. I think the way my head is shaping out in my older years, I'm starting to look like Egghead from Batman, Vincent Price's Egghead. I'm starting to look like him. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll leave Egghead up here. And I'm going to get Richard set up. And if you have any tax questions or whatever, get ready. It's coming. if you can't exactly. All right, everybody. This is Richard Prinzi here. These are the questions from YouTube right here. Wow. Okay, and these are the questions from Instagram. Everybody, I'd like to welcome Richard Prinzi. I always point to your picture right
I know
there.
you got my pictures in
Yeah.
the backdrop. You got my kids.
Yeah. Be careful. We got to take those down. Some of these people are
My cat.
dangerous. Yeah, my cat, the cat. You got to get the cat back. People love cats. So everybody, as Richard Prinzi, you are. Explain to everybody what your situation is right now. You are the head of Professional Tax Alliance, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but you talk. I want to make sure you.
I'm the founder and and CEO.
Okay, and you guys offer not just professional tax services, but what else?
Well, we generally work with artists and crew and staff mostly to help them get their tax stuff done, right? Because most of these guys don't do it unless we chase them, right? So we build programs and specific services just for them to just kind of help them keep their money in order, right? So that's really what's important is knowing where your money's going, what you're doing with it, and owning the process, right? My Own Your Future campaign, I've been talking about that a lot. It's all about just getting people to recognize that you are going to deal with this, right? There's no way around it. As long as you want to be a U.S. citizen, you're going to deal with this. So getting your money straight and putting a little effort into it to do it proactively, right? It's one of our core values at PTA is proactivity, right? So if you're a little proactive with it, you'll spend a little bit of time, maybe every couple months, paying attention to it, and you'll never have problems. Everything will be done. Everything will be fine.
Okay, we got to.
Don't.
Yeah.
That's when you spend lots of time, worry, stress, anxiety. Right?
Okay, Ching Chong Chow wants to know, hero. I just moved here in USA last month. I have no to pay tax light.
Yes. No. Yeah. I mean, if you're here and you're working, then you've got to pay tax. Yeah, if you're making money.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I wanted to have you on also because you have a lot of other projects going on. It's not just your tax services. Like can we talk about Go Justo? Is that something we could talk about right now?
I mean, we can. It's just a tool that we use to help people. Most people don't even log into it. We just use it on the back end. Most of the clients that we deal with, but we've got software that can help you. Right? It's a Plaid program, so you just log in and it does all the work for you. Right? So it accumulates your stuff. A bookkeeper reviews it, puts together some reports for you. But it's mainly there to do your taxes, right? To keep your tax compliance good, because the modern day IRS, everybody talks about the IRS like they're some sort of monsters or they're the evil empire. They're out to get you, and it's nothing. It's nothing like that. The IRS is the exact opposite. It's always been the exact opposite. Yes, they do get on your case, and they are a very powerful organization, but they don't want to, right? They give you every opportunity to just comply. Right. And if you comply, timely, you never have to worry about them. They'll never bother you. Right. They bother the people that don't comply or file late. Right. They don't even audit anybody anymore. It's been years. The audit numbers are so low that's not even a fear. The fear is not filing.
Didn't they just hire, the last administration hire a whole bunch of IRS agents?
They never showed up.
They never showed up. Wow. So
they could hire another 10,000 agents and it won't matter.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not after people who comply.
Okay.
That's the message.
If you don't comply, they're coming after you.
Yeah.
If you ignore the government, you're after. Vince, the evil lawyer, wants to know if he can claim his dog as a dependent if it's an emotional support dog.
Not as a dependent.
No.
If you have a business, and the dog's in your advertising.
Okay, so you can essentially use your dog as a tax break if it's.
I get this question every single time.
Okay, you did really
every single time. It's usually one of the first questions people want to write their dog off. It's my child. It's.
Oh my God!
It should be a dependent. Can I claim head of household and claim my dog as the qualifying dependent? The answer is no. Obviously.
No. Okay. Well, there you go, Vince. Vince is the one. Vince is sort of like a very big influencer in the Dabbleverse, where he tends to make people's lives a living hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that he's on here. He's watching everything we do.
Should I tell him yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already looked you up and got your company on his radar. Trust me. Cool. This is one of the guys. But he's always been nice to me, Vince the lawyer. But he has he's made some enemies in the Dabbleverse, especially.
I just got here. I already made enemies.
No,
What
not
did I
with
do?
you. Not
Oh,
with you. Yeah, no.
You deserve it.
Yeah, I stuck my neck out. I deserve it. So, if anybody doesn't know, that Rich is he's the whole purpose of me getting here is because of Rich. Rich was like, you said you believed in me, and you believed in me, and now I'm gonna make this shit happen. So here we go. I'm thinking that every time you come on, it's either there's a time to come on and time not to come on, and I haven't figured that out yet. And I'm thinking that Friday at 4:00 is not a good time. You two Falcon. Yeah, see, these are the people I was just on another show, and these people are really kind of cool. And I talked about you coming on the show for a good 25 minutes, and then you text me and you said you weren't coming on.
Well, it's 'cause it's so loud outside.
Yeah, well, no, I already spoke. Me and Jose, we're boys now. He understands what I'm doing here, so he asked me. So I said 4:00, you'll be done. Yeah. So I was on the other show, and they were laughing at me because they could hear the guy blowing the leaves. Yeah. And then I told them that you weren't coming on, and I think everybody so I didn't get a chance. But we're gonna have the guy that the show was on who's gonna help me with the super tips, because there's one problem going on comparing this and that with that. There's a way you got to do it. So I'll have super tips up by Monday. My Ganji will be on, and Hansi Top Shelf Liver. Look, I think it's Friday. It's everybody's out. It's the first day of spring. And but so I would like to. I'm glad you're having on because you're on today. I'm stuttering. You're on today, and I think it's a good way to say
107 degrees out.
Yeah, I was freezing in here before.
We're in here.
Yeah, we're in here. It's a good place to be. But how about this? We're going to use this as a platform to promote. What day could I want to generate some people's interest to know that you're coming on. This is like a good little prelim to let people know that Rich is going to be here, and he's going to be taking questions about your taxes and about the IRS and about your finances and about investments. It's free tax advice. So we're going to set up another day where I can get more people generating what's going on for professional tax lines. We got to figure out something where if they do, because of the show, if they do want to hire your services, that they can, maybe get a little Grills Aftershock XL discount or something. What's going on?
Everybody gets
yeah, everybody.
They use your name. I usually just take care of them because they have to deal with you.
Yeah. So
sympathy for them.
Yeah. Sympathy for the devil. That's right. I know that Instagram's a little awkward, but so what day next week can you do? Like, solidify this, because so what day next week is good for you? Like, say, I've been doing 3 o'clock. Well, at 3 o'clock on a day, because I have Mike Angie on Monday. That's a good day to promote what we're going to do. I'll make a commercial out of it. So why don't you say, come see me? Pick a day in your head.
You want to do Tuesday?
All right. So say, this is Richard Prinzi. I will be asking.
Right. We'll do it Tuesday at 3 o'clock Pacific time.
And you will be doing what?
I will be right here answering any question you have
about
anything.
About anything.
I mean, people say I'm a CPA. I'm a business owner. I've formed and started some of the biggest businesses in the world. I know how to do a lot of things in the business world, and I'm more than happy to share any of that experience with you guys.
You heard it there from the man, Richard Prinzi. So it's Friday. I think a lot of people are just not on their computer right now, as they should be out with their family and friends doing some other shit. Top shelf tax advice. There you go. Caspi Prinzi. So I'm going to use this as a Tuesday at 3 o'clock. I'm going to go on the show and other shows and promote for Tuesday. You're going to get some free tax advice from Richard Prinzi and free financial advice to get your lives, and owning your future is very important, everybody.
And I'm gonna talk every one of you into opening an LLC.
Yes, and it saved my life.
How easy this is! Like, everybody makes it sound complicated because they want to charge you a lot of money, right? We're very inexpensive, and we keep our costs down for everybody, and this stuff is so valuable. But I'll take the fear away. I'll take the anxiety away, and I'll make this really easy for you guys.
Peace of mind, man.
All right.
No, because I know it can be stressful. You all of a sudden you get hit with a bill from the government. It's terrifying because it happened to me. And all of a sudden, you get that phone call. You owe. Well, I wasn't this much, but I'm just hypothetically, you owe $30,000. What? I owe what?
Yeah. Well, see, when they're telling you how much you owe, now you got problems.
Yeah.
You need to tell them how much you want to pay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why you got to file a tax return.
On that note, that's what
I don't know what this picture behind you staring down at you. It's very judgmental.
No, it's very on purpose. It's on purpose. You got to watch it. I go. It's because of that man that we're here.
I'm looking at you like, come on, really?
Does it make you angry that legally don't have to pay taxes? You legally don't have to pay taxes. That's a question.
Yeah, there's a whole movement like that. Those people usually don't last very long, though.
Yeah, I have Chat GTP file my taxes using the fake W-2s. Am I going to be okay?
Fake W-2s? I mean,
I think the word fake is pretty important in that statement.
I mean, you know, are you going to be okay? Probably not.
My pal Naveed is transitioning and he wants to write off his boobs as an expense. Can he?
Is he a performer?
Are they a performer?
Tell him to get on stage. Go
Get-
dance somewhere.
Yeah, that he needed the boobs because that's how he gets his crowd. That's how they pay the bills.
You know, if he's generating an audience,
So will
and
Terry
making money,
Naveed, if he's making money because of his boobs, they're a write-off.
could be deductible
Deductible.
in certain circumstances. So can your dog,
You
right?
got to file a
You know, not as a dependent.
you got to file a
There's
double
lot
D
of a lot of
form.
ways to write. I have a lot of clients that write their dogs off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got to file a double D form.
If I was paying anything for my cat right now, I'd be
Yeah,
writing her
he-
off. She's in the show.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, and he's getting
She'd be
royalties.
sitting right here with us.
Okay, we got some people coming in now. Nope, Native Americans here live and work on the reservation. Government can't touch my money. Is that true?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Well, they kind of earned it
They-
through
they-
long generations of sacrifice.
But you know, the IRS is not after your money. That's a myth. Right? You know, people. Most of my clients don't pay much of anything in taxes, but they file and they comply and they become, you know, taxpayers. Like that's the government needs taxpayers. The more taxpayers it has, the more money it can print and spend on bombs for Iraq. So, but they don't actually need your money. They print their own money, right? We're not on a gold standard here. So if they have, you know, enough taxpayers complying, that's how they generate budgets on the federal side.
Okay.
So, you know, the state needs your money and they're tough, but the federal government is, you know, they're very, you know, easy to deal with. You just have to just follow their rules, you know, and most of the stuff that, you know, most of the people listening to the show, I would imagine, are not W-2 employees and with one job. Like, you know, I'm sure they're all freelancers, performers, artists, whatever. You know, people who make their money, you know, contract by contract. And those are the people that we work with. So we work with any underserved market in this community, but this market seems to be ignored by accountants, tax people, CPAs. Most of them have no idea like what to do with people who work in the entertainment space.
Hanji, I'm trying to catch everybody's question. Hanji, he's Richard Prinzi right there. He's the reason why we're here, and he's offering free tax advice to everybody. And
Yeah, it's the longest promo ever.
I'll chop it up. Don't worry. Oh wait, this is Vince Delory. I am a dumb YouTube show. I have a dumb YouTube show about basically nothing. Can I deduct everything I've ever touched in my life as a business expense? Okay.
That's probably more than you need if you're not making any money.
Yeah. And of course, someone said 13 people are glued right now. Well, it wasn't. I canceled the whole entire thing and just started it back up. So we're going to use this as a little springboard to make sure everybody knows it's coming. Hello, Jake Hudson, 852. Can you comment on the Trump accounts for his kids? Seems like an amazing program.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's just trying to use the power of the market to, you know, to build wealth, right? Build wealth, generational wealth. Right, so you'd be shocked at what $1,000 will do in the stock market over 18 years. Like that'll be a nice chunk of change for these kids.
Oh, I wish my dad would have done that.
Yeah, well, we all do, right? I wish I would have done that. I didn't even do that for my kids, and I know better.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean, it's they're going to spend the money. They might as well give it to us.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a gigolo. Can I write off scumbags? Sounds
Yeah.
so. All right.
You got to report the income from that business.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That means you got to
that's
try
probably the challenging part.
every blowjob you give. You gotta write it down.
Hopefully, you're in a state where this is legal.
What should I do with $1,000 in the market right now?
You put it into a mutual fund and leave it alone. But if you're a trader and you're something more savvy, buy an ETF and leave it alone. Like the best thing you can do in the stock market is ignore it.
You weren't kidding. Another person asking, could pets be dependents? I
That's
wouldn't
all
even think
get.
that. Really, I'm kind of shocked at that. So, all right. So, Richard, Tuesday at 3 p.m., get your questions, write them down. We're going to have a show. I'm going to make commercials and just put them up all weekend. So, Richard Prinzi, 3 o'clock Tuesday. Get your taxes in order and you come on and ask some questions. Oh, yeah, I have to. Live on Instagram. And now you have to do it because it's the middle of tax season. This guy's busy as hell. You can't get him on the phone. No, you don't want to piss them off. Yeah, very angry. Can I put my cat on a payroll as head of morale? Hey, if he takes a little pressure off you and your employees, that sounds kind of makes sense.
I mean, there's a lot of ways you can write your pets off.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as you don't try and make them.
Seeing eye dog. That's a working dog right there, right? My aunt had a seeing eye dog for years.
The seeing eye dog, you could definitely write it off.
Oh,
but you can write it off as a medical.
But if you needed to go to work, if you need a seeing eye dog to get to work,
it's a medical expense.
Oh, okay. See, there you go.
Can write it off.
So make your cat a seeing eye cat, and you should be good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're going to wrap it up Tuesday at 3 o'clock on Grillos at the Shock XL. Richard from Professional Tax Alliance, and he's the CEO of Grillos After Shock XL.
Let's put me on that show.
I pay myself in compliments, do I still owe taxes? I drink 10 beers while I podcast. Can I write that off? Well, we're going to find that out on Tuesday, everybody. Have a good weekend, everybody. Tuesday, 3 o'clock.
See you then.
All right.